Hey guys, welcome to the Silver Report. Here we are, it's Sunday, April 9th, 2017. We have gold currently trading at $1,254.80. Silver's trading at $18.06. And let's get right into some of the economic factors that will be playing a part into the price of precious metals, because we have some major news. And we see that Gary Cohn, he's the former Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated executive, by the way. He's the top White House economic advisor. He told lawmakers that he's going to back legislation breaking up the largest U.S. banks. And what we've seen, he was discussing with lawmakers looking for a boost of congressional efforts to reinstate the Depression-era Glass-Steagall Act. Now, what we're seeing, Mr. Cohn was asked by Senator Elizabeth Warren whether the administration planned to carry out a promise included in the Republican 2016 platform, and also made by Trump himself, to restore the law separating traditional commercial banking from investment banking. The law was repealed in 1999 by Bill Clinton. Mr. Cohn expressed an openness to working with Ms. Warren on the issue and said that he could support a simple policy completely separating the two businesses. These people said there are various ideas for restoring some form of Glass-Steagall, from splitting apart firms completely to separating their operations under an umbrella company. So the White House spokeswoman said to Mr. Cohn, was simply discussing the president's previously stated position, adding, the president spoke to the need for a simplification of the banking system on the campaign trail, what he called a 21st century Glass-Steagall, to make it easier for businesses to grow and create jobs in their communities. It isn't clear how much support there is among the Republicans. More broadly, Ms. Warren on Thursday reintroduced a bill called the 21st Century Glass-Steagall Act. 3 senators joined her, including one Republican, Senator John McCain of Arizona, in the Congress. McCain was the only Republican to sponsor the bill. And now, one thing that you really need to focus on, number one, when you have Ms. Warren coming out and putting forward a bill, the 21st Century Glass-Steagall bill. Now, the dynamics of this bill are yet to be clearly seen. And you have John McCain supporting it. And you have Gary Cohn and these Goldman Sachs heads supporting it. We just already can tell that it's no good. I mean, these are the same people that are pushing for war in other nations, the same people that are calling for 150,000 troop deployment in Syria. Whenever you have these people set their eyes, it seems like all of the policies that are being passed are focused on banks. It feels like this is the United Banks of America anymore. You know, they campaign, they tell us how they're going to drain the swamp, and then they step forward and you know what? They have all these plans they've been setting aside, particularly for banks. And you wonder why. It seems like Goldman Sachs seems to dominate the cabinet these days. I'm not left, I'm not right. I'm just for what's right. And what I see is clearly that there is a banking agenda behind this entire thing. And it just seems like more and more, we don't even elect politicians. We elect different banks. And they're not even different banks, they're the same banks. More news, Aetna. They're seeking to exit the state's ACA marketplace. Aetna Better Health Incorporated became the second insurer this week to say it will exit the Affordable Care Act insurance marketplace in Iowa next year. This is the latest sign that the industry is pulling back from the exchange. And there's great uncertainty about what has taken place. And they were discussing that in 2018 that the Obamacare would blow up. And what you're being left with, little by little, is going to be one insurance company in Iowa in particular. What they've said, Aetna said it's going to move its Iowa as a result of financial risk and an uncertain outlook for the marketplace. They're very concerned about what is coming down the line. And it was evaluating whether its presence in Delaware, Nebraska, and Virginia, anywhere it offers plans, is really relevant at this point, that they really want to get out of the Affordable Care Act marketplace. And we know that as is, the Affordable Care Act is still law. So we're looking for a lot of shockwaves as more and more insurers, this is a financial tragedy, more and more insurers fail out and fall out, and they're left with ultimately a government-mandated healthcare, not one that is beneficial, not one that is cheap, but that is isolated to only one or two insurance companies that will become ultra rich, that will become such a powerhouse that they will soon be sponsoring our TV news. That will make so much money. It is if the government diverted the public's money, whether from tax acquisitions, from levies on your tax refunds, or just convincing people to join Obamacare with promises of low rates, are now going to find themselves locked into insurance plans with extremely high rates, with no options, no chance to be able to avoid it, no other place to go. And we're going to see these companies just becoming ultra rich. It just feels like these lobbyists, banksters, and insurance companies are just pulling apart this government. Where's the voice for the people? All right, thank you guys for joining me here on the Silver Report. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe, like the videos, share the videos, get the word out. I thank you so much for stopping by. As always, stay safe.